We still need to burn more soldier corpses. What is this quest here? Oh, good lord, no. Okay, nope, nope. Wait a minute. I wonder if this could turn out all the way bad, and it probably will. Whoop, yep, nope, nope, nope. Passive, passive. Yeah, those are. It's obviously the exile base. I'll definitely have to put them on passive for that if I want to do it. It did give me credit for it though, but it looks like I'll have to do a bunch of them. So I probably will end up skipping it. If it give me like 10% and I only have to do it like 10 times, maybe. But forget that noise. Alright. Restock empty. Squirg Smasher, eh? Is that one of the special ones that we had to kill? Let's resummon our bruiser bot. I was gonna say, if this is a quest mob, kind of hate to kill him in case somebody else comes around and needs him, but we've seen what in the last 2 sessions, multiple hour sessions, we've seen what, 4 other players maybe, which like I say is kind of sad. Actually, it's pretty damn sad actually. And this is a pretty. When I picked this server, I think it was high. It wasn't full, but it was like, you know, the highest that you could get without being full. Which, by the way, is why you always should do when you're picking an MMO server. Well, I won't say always, never say never and all that. But generally, you should definitely do that. Even if you're not going to do a lot of grouping, it's best to do so. Anyway. Oh, that's that other body.
Double kill.
Oh, there's the body. So let's open with Augur instead. Oh, and then we can instantly... Oh, yeah, okay. Then we can Augur right afterwards. Or not Augur. We can open with Augur. Does some direct damage. As well as... Double
kill.
As does some damage over time if they stay within that little rectangle. And then we can immediately Bioshell. Is there a body? Yeah, I see it glowing. Damn you, metal nodes! Why do you torment me? Oh, I don't even know why I'm picking these up. I'm gonna run out of space here. Alright, let's do it again. No special abilities or anything. I just want to see how it does. These are pretty weak, though. It's not really a great example, but works out pretty well. That's a lot of front-loaded damage. Well, not a ton of front-loaded damage. Well, for a class that's supposed to be a tank, it's a pretty good amount. And of course I do that, and I immediately go right back to habits, man. Habits hard to break for me. Let's go ahead and make sure he's getting hit by this.
Double kill.
Ooh, hello. Double kick. What's up with these anyway? Squirg Stalker. Go ahead and taunt him off. Got some pretty decent rep out of it. Well, 32. Nope. Nope. No thanks. We're good. Just gonna grab this. Don't mind me. I don't need it, but I want it. Oh god. The hell? What in the 9 hells? Ah, you idiots. Wait, what? I don't understand. I really don't get it. Like, what? Why were they even attacking? I don't think I targeted him. I have it on assist, but whatever. Don't try to figure out these guys' thought processes. Why am I still high threat? Hopefully this is the last one. If not, there's a body over there. Okay, we need to report back to the major. I'm gonna assume that's the same area. Yep. So, what the fuck? Just poured out. At least you could port while you get in combat. It's kind of silly that you can't mine while you're in combat. I mean, I imagine the reason they did it was so that you couldn't do things like you see another player going for your mine, well, what you want to be your mine, and you like set your pets on the enemy that's close by, and then you grab the shit while, you know, whatever. But restock. All right. Hello, Mondo. Mondo noticed you return with medical supplies, luckily for wounded soldiers. Mondo planned to use them as test subjects.
Back to work. Science never ends.
Science never ends. That is true. All right, I'm gonna go mine this real quick. Mining never ends either. So why is it that when I teleport, your bots come with you, but yet when you on a motorcycle they can't? I guess you could argue that they're teleporting with you. But really, are we really going to argue it one way or the other? Logic? No. It's a game, man. Logic never applies to games. Talk to the Major. Major Hespinius?
I was expecting you.
What's your report, Engineer? Were you able to incinerate the bodies of our fallen soldiers? I know from hard experience, battlefield burials are never easy. It wasn't really a burial so much as burning their bodies to a crisp, but whatever. A drone has pinpointed the source of the squirg plague inside a cave near Outbreak Fen. You'll need to find some explosives and take out the targets.
Now act, citizen, without delay.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that. Let's go grab these supplies. Alright, so I'm going to take a short break. I'm probably going to run back to town and do some trade skilling. I want to see if I can't make myself some nice helmets. Or a helmet. I don't really need multiple helmets, I suppose. But anyway, I might also end the session for the day if I decided, but I'll see you guys in a bit regardless. Alright, so I'm back. I actually put that other helmet on that we got that I forgot to look at. It's pretty... No, fuck off. It's pretty hideous. Like, oh, that's god-awful. Oh my god. I would like to beat the shit out of whoever decided to put this NPC in here. Because he constantly goes, hey! Hey! Like over and fucking over and over again while you're trying to craft. It's like the #1 reason to mute this fucking game. So, let's look at head protection. To unlock the first helmet, you have to make 4 non-helmets, which is interesting, but alright. The lesser of the evil here is the treads, because they require less chunks. I don't know if I'm going to have enough platinum chunks to make it, but I had to buy some diamond power cores. It just doesn't seem worth it to scrap your items or to harvest or do whatever it is that you need to do to your items, because it's so rare to get power cores. And the stuff that you tend to get out of the items when you salvage them don't sell for like crap most of the time, at least in my experience. So yeah, it's usually better just to sell them and then buy whatever you need. So anyway, let's go ahead. Let's make some stuff. We're going to make some treads. So I do understand the crafting process a little bit better, by the way. So let's say you want to make the treads, and we know that for sure they're going to have 725 armor, and they're going to have 2 random attributes. So we're going to load the schematic. Nothing's used yet. We're okay. Nothing is costing. I can cancel out. It's not going to hurt me or anything. So this stat is going to be random. Now sometimes it's not. Some items aren't random on this stat, but most of the time your first stat's going to be random. The second one you pick. So we're going to start. Now our random attribute is grit this time, which is unfortunate. Then we had to add our chip. We have a rough diamond. Oh, it looks like we did actually get a rough diamond core, but I'm going to use the weak one, especially since we got a crappy stat that we really don't want. So I'm going to use a weak power core. Now the core determines, I guess, how much power you can have. So in other words, how much better you can make the item. So I don't know why it says best match. Maybe it means you can increase it better. Let's try that. I haven't really fiddled with that much. And at the lower ends, like, I don't know what the deal is, but like now when I start, like, I automatically get a chance of failing, and I have to tone it down, which really sucks. But it says he's plus 6 for 0% chance of failure. So if I switch it to this, it's a 1% chance of failure. So not a big difference. But anyway, so usually what I'll do in a case like this, because now that we've committed this far, basically the minute you get to this point where it actually tells you what this random stat is, your materials are used up. So you don't really want to back out at that point. The only thing you don't lose is your power core. You lose the metal and anything else required, but you don't use the power core because you haven't slotted it yet. So anyway, now I've picked my... let's see, I've got grit, so this is going to be better for tanking. So I'll probably go with insight, since insight's good for tanking. And we'll draft this back down. 1% chance to fail, I'm not too worried about. And we'll craft. And we got some treads, not too bad. We'll do it again. Moxie. Now Moxie's actually pretty good, so let's go ahead and put in a rough power core. 1% chance to fail. Our resulting item would be 25 Moxie and let's see. Sorry, and 9 finesse. So let's take a look at our boots. Because I actually just made these boots. These are actually pretty nice little boots that I just made. So we have 750 armor, 7 finesse, 25 moxie. Ones I'm about to make are 9 moxie. Or 9 finesse. I don't know... Oh, it's a little bit better because I used a better power core, right? I could put 2 more in it. Now, of course, I could, you know, jack it up some more. Oh, well, look. I could even overcharge it a little bit more. And it's still 1%. That's interesting. So yeah, we'll do that. Usually it doesn't jump straight to 100. It'll like go 1 to 20%, then 100 or whatnot. But let's go ahead and we'll crank it up to 10. Still only 1% chance to fail. Craft it. Awesome.
Achievement granted.
All right, so now we've got the achievement, which I don't know why they call these achievements. Oh, actually, I guess that was a different achievement. We need to make one more to unlock the helm. But before we forget, I'll go ahead and put those boots on, because they are a little bit of an upgrade. Where'd they go? Here they are. Yep, we get a little bit more assault power out of it. Yep. Go ahead and equip those. And we need to make one more pair. We'll probably make these... Oh, we got finesse. Well, I not hardly ever get finesse as the main stat. Now I kind of wish to make these my boots. Shit. In fact, I might. Might have to just sell these boots. I probably should have waited to equip them, but oh well. What are you gonna do? I'm not sure which better, brutality or moxie. Brutality seems better overall because it decreases your chance of getting deflected, and deflecting is really bad because doing 0 damage really sucks. So we're gonna go ahead and put that as 7 and craft. Hopefully we don't fail it. Awesome. And I'm not gonna bother putting those on just yet. I'll put them on later. So now we can go back here and we can click on the helmet. We can click on the helmet, I guess not. Actually, we can go here and click on the helmet, which is kind of weird how they do that. But anyway, so we have enough to make one. Well, we can make 3 actually. So we're going to start. Insight. Well, I guess we can make a tanking helm. Put that in there. Put grit on it. 5% chance to fail. Not awful. Now, see, I don't quite understand this. I mean, I guess because I'm using weak power cores, and by default, these higher end items have the whatever random stat is going to have higher bonuses and therefore use a lot more power, and therefore increases your chance to fail automatically, which seems weird. It's a very odd way of doing it. I presume that's their way of trying to get to use better power cores, but it's not, doesn't seem to be worth it at lower levels because one, the power cores are very expensive to get, like item-wise, because you have to salvage so many items to get it, and you're losing a lot of money that you could be selling those to vendors. If you buy them on the auction house, they're also pretty expensive on the auction house. Even these, the cheapest ones that you can buy on the vendors, and you can only buy the worst power sockets on the vendors, but then the cheapest ones are like, I want to say 40 or 50 silver. It might be more than, I think it's like 40 silver. But so they're pretty expensive. So you can imagine they're going to be the better power cores are going to be even more expensive on the auction house. So especially at lower levels where you're going through gear pretty quick, doesn't really seem to be worth it to try to actually use the higher end stuff. Regardless, we'll go ahead and 5% chance to fail. Why not? He who dares wins. Sweet. So we got a nice little tanking helmet. I might hold on to that for tanking if I ever do tanking. Ah, finesse. All right, we definitely do not want to screw this one up. We're going to go with brutality. We're going to lower this because 1% chance, I'm all right with that. 30 finesse is pretty sexy. With a little bit of brutality. This will be the one time I fail. Nice. So yeah, that's basically how you make items. Let's go ahead and check our helmet out. I'll probably sell some of this other crap. Well, I ended up soul binding them. Hopefully this helmet doesn't look crappy. So we got, yeah, 30 finesse. Actually, that's worse finesse than the face guard I'm wearing now, which is pretty sad. But honestly, this face guard is so ugly, it's worth it to not wear it. Granted, I could do a costume and I could use something else. But we get a little extra armor. We get a little extra brutality. It's probably still sort of a loss, but I'm not overly concerned about it. Yes. Damn it. That's an interesting look. Like a visor over my visor. But yeah, our finesse is doing pretty good at this point. We've got 304. We're at rank 3 now. Which is pretty nice. But yeah, that's the crafting. I think that's probably going to be it for the day. So I'll go ahead and outro you guys out. Thank you for watching. As always, make sure to leave comments in the comments below. Let me know what you're thinking of the series so far. Like my videos if you like them. It does help me out a whole lot. And I will see you next time.